Another day, another video. So, let's see what this update has in store. Also, I found 2 phantoms and now I can't stop trying to find them. Oh, look at that. Hello, big dragon.
I can feel the Sentinel's presence inside.
Turn off that little
It's
bit.
not responding.
Okay. Very pretty. New snow area. Let's go. I just hope they don't make the terrain a nightmare to climb up. Ooh. Hot springs, nice. That contrast of color.
And the Sonorosphere. They are both a puzzle and an answer.
Pretty.
Allow me to demonstrate
You're skipped
the
the.
proper etiquette.
I want Jinhsi, sorry.
Clear as the blaze. Crosscut. Sever. Beckon the divine flames. Shall we proceed? The storm is coming. Some people must be itching to pounce.
There she
But
is.
we both have something we'll fiercely defend.
You're coming home, though.
Shine forevermore. Divine moon's blessing. Moment of awakening. Sacred light.
Hell yeah! She uses Jue in her moveset. That's awesome.
A fateful clash between the Sentinel and myself that would shape the fate of our city.
This game is almost over.
Is it now?
Restore the time. From where does this unfounded confidence arise?
You once said it's
Hans.
not easy to become a candle of light, but I still want to try. I want to see if I can
Whoa.
ignite a spark of hope for Jinzhou.
Poor girl. Alright. Look at that, though. Look at that. Hey! Echo challenge, okay. So, ice things, sweet. More creatures to deal with. Huh. Okay, puzzle examples. So you're trying to get them all to meet the line? I'll just go under it. Fun! I'm all for getting launched into areas I can glide from. Sweet, let's go. Hey, that's cool as hell. Oh, you don't get to transform into it. Well, into them. Damn it. Come on, that would have been fun. Oh, that's a new enemy. A little cassowary. That's cool looking. Let's go. You get to turn into that, though, but not Jue. Fine. I see it. Whoa! You can use it for navigation? Oh, look, a dog. The question is it a good boy? It has a haircut. We saw those in the mini game, so yes. I wonder if it was just me who... Hey, oh, that's kind of cute. I did kind of wonder if it was just me who, before we got confirmation on Jinxi's type. Whoa, look at that. That art was nice. Also more. Let's go. I'm all for these events. What on earth are you? Hey! They are they're being quite generous with their awards, which is good. But God, they didn't have to mimic the system that MiHoYo has for Genshin's gacha, because the reality is apparently punishing Grey Ravens didn't even have a 50-50 chance. It was a guarantee at lower pulls. And I don't see why they couldn't have kept that and still made a ton of money from it. Not 60, maybe increase the amount of pulls it takes, but did it have to mimic so hard on Genshin's system? Yes, it's profitable, but is it necessary? Not really. We'll see how many quote-unquote crystals, I'm now using MiHoYo currencies. We'll see how many of the currencies available in the open world to convert into pulls. But the fact that there's 2 separate pulls that you don't get to pick which, that if you want to convert to actually do the math on how many pulls you have, you can potentially end up with no pulls towards the weapon banner. But the weapon banner, let's hope, isn't as much of a pain. The weapon banner seems to be better than the weapon banner present in Genshin's system, but it's worse than the light cone banners in Star Rail because of the odds. We'll see if they'll do improvements in the future relating to the weapons, because I don't like the system at present with how the currencies work. I'd rather it had just been one currency used for both banners rather than 2 separate currencies that you have to convert into. It just seems a little weird to me. But it could just be me as well. It could be a system that some people really like. I know that I hope that they've done some fixes on bugs that I've found in my play experience. I don't like that people are comparing the 2 games so much, Genshin and this one, but I understand to an extent where it comes from. But anyone who thinks that MiHoYo's games were as broken as this one's been with some of its code on launch are just delusional. You can see it from play experience and the amount of people who have encountered bugs in each game on how bad the issues are with the coding. I'm interested if anyone's actually looked into the coding to see where the issues lie. I'm not doing that because I'm not willing to break game files in order to check that stuff out, and I'd need to reinstall a bunch of software to do it. But do I see the issues in gameplay? Yes. Have I encountered some really irritating glitches? Yes. I've had characters phase through the ground. I've had characters struggle to even get around. I've had menus not open for certain events. The one lately where it comes to expedition experience, the challenges didn't even load for me. That fixed on reset, like a complete reset of the game. So closing it completely down, then reopening it, which is funny, with a degree in computer science, that is still the best solution fix for most computer problems you encounter. It's normally a driver hasn't loaded, or something in software hasn't loaded. How great is that? But it's not the point. I've had Jian sometimes get stuck into heavy attacks for some reason. Don't know if it's an issue with the game loading my controller. Don't know if it's an issue with the game's code. It could be either of them. I've had issues with gliding not triggering. There are light problems that I think need a lot of work. I hope that this game will work towards progressively fixing them. They've given a lot of compensation, and that's all well and good, but if the problems don't get fixed and they just use compensation rewards as an excuse to not do that, then that'd be a problem. For now, it looks like they're going to, and that's a good thing. We'll see how well the game progresses from this point when it comes to its coding department. I've heard that apparently they're mass hiring people because they don't have enough staff for it. Makes sense for them to do that. Bit late though. I hate the misinformation that's been floating around about the company, but I also hate that apparently they have broken laws in relation to products because some of the things that they claimed about weapons weren't actually what the weapon did, which breaks consumer rights. And then there's also email issues where they accidentally leaked a bunch of emails of clients, which also they had to fix because it's also another problem. So hopefully they sort that out because that's just stupid errors that shouldn't have been made. So the company has some pros and some definite cons right now. And I think that the game is good. I think it's very enjoyable. I think a lot of people will like it. I think they need to work on trying to make it more accessible to some people because the game is very heavy run because it uses the Unreal Engine. Because Genshin and the other games from MiHoYo tend to use Unity. So, I wish people the best of luck on whatever banner they aim on pulling on. I want Jinhsi to come home, and she definitely will. I'll probably record the gacha pulls, but I cannot record the story because it's too extensively. Until this game gets a console port, I am not both running the game and recording it from my PC. I can do that with Honkai because it uses way less processing power. I can't do that with this one. It'd lag and it'd probably hurt my CPU or GPU. Probably the CPU. But the CPU's temperatures reached over 70 at times, 70 degrees Celsius on my end to run the game at times. This is where the load has been incredibly high though. It does decrease and increase. The fluctuation of temperature is definitely present. But do I want to add recording on top of that? No. So hopefully, I am on maybe making videos after I complete the story discussing it instead for this game until they release a console port. Once they do that, I can record through the PC and just use my capture card, which will save a lot of processing power on my laptop. That's the hope. But if it takes too long, then for like the next few story patches, I think I'm just going to have videos discussing bits of the story that I like and bits that I think could be developed on, or things that are interesting for the future, things like that. So hopefully you guys will look forward to that. It's not going to be my main game. I'd say that Star Rail is still definitely that, and I'd say Genshin comes second. But I do have some faith in how Wuthering Waves will proceed. It has an interesting premise. I think it's taken a bit too much inspiration from Genshin in both its opening scene and in some of the mechanics, but it's also gotten quality of life changes on the way that have taken years for Genshin to have implemented, or that Genshin has yet to even implement. So they're listening to consumer feedback very quickly, which I think is a very good thing. We'll see if that continues to be the case, and it's not just the initial high. And also, I think that it's going to take some time for people to see the quality in the writing here. I think that it has quality, but I think it needs time to build. Just like Genshin, just like Star Rail, just like Honkai Impact Third, just like most live service games. And I hope that's a fair judgment of it. And if this is something that interests you, hopefully I'll see you guys in the future with videos relating to this game. If not, there'll always be Honkai Star Rail on this channel, there'll always be Genshin on this channel, though Genshin is less frequent. So, take care guys, and hopefully you have some fun with this game or whatever games you're interested in.